welcome back to another episode of Leading Las Vegas. I'm Danielle Ford of DanielleFord.com, where visibility makes a difference. And one woman to know here in Las Vegas is Galit. She is amazing. I met her about maybe 6 months to a year ago, and since then I've just been following her and watching her do so many amazing things in the community and things that are impacting the world, which we'll talk about. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for that introduction. Like, you want me to start crying already?
Yes. It's great for ratings.
I know, and I'm such a crier, so you'll probably get it anyways.
Perfect. So the one thing I wanted to bring you on, because I interview a lot of leaders, and everyone is like super inspiring.
Just so wonderful.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, just like, I look at like all the people I've interviewed, I'm like, how is this real life? But anyway, that's what you do, is empower people, right? So these people are like empowered because they've just done all these things, but you like have fine-tuned, figured out how to take a woman and just empower the crap out of her. And so I was hoping you could, if you're cool with that, give maybe some like basics if
Absolutely.
a woman is feeling disempowered, what to do.
Yes, and I really want to, I thought about this on the way here today, and I was thinking, how do we almost do the elevator speech of how do you empower yourself? And the number one thing that came to me is believing in yourself. That
Totally.
really was the first thing that came to me. What is the common denominator between so many women that I work with or talk to or reach out? A lot of times they don't believe in themselves. And I know that's a total general statement, but it can be specifically related to only one thing that they want to do or one thing they dream about being. So for me, the number one thing is look at yourself and say, honestly, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, I believe in me? That is so powerful. So the first thing I would say is, if you don't feel empowered, and we're normal, we're natural. I don't feel empowered lots of days too. I spent the day yesterday going and finding inspiration for myself. We're constantly doing that, right, Danielle? For ourselves.
You give it away to people, and you're like, I need to refill.
Yeah, so I refilled just yesterday hearing the most amazing people speak about the things they've gone through in their life. And so I want you to first say, I believe in me. Now, if you don't believe in yourself and you don't really believe it, it's okay. But at least that's a starting point.
That's a good thing, yeah.
Yes, that's the first place I would start. The second thing that I would do is I would really look at who is around you that supports you. And we know that's a big one, especially with us ladies that are in Las Vegas. We support each other. I was just telling Danny that I feel like I've entered into the sisterhood of women that just are there to pick each other up in these organizations that we're involved in. And you reach out, you're like, hey, you want to be on my show? Well, yeah, I feel honored. And she's excited, and it just works. So definitely look at who is your support system. Now, your support system doesn't always have to be the people that are closest to you. If you don't have them, find them. They are out there. As much as you might think that there are women out there that are cutthroat, women out there that want to see you fail, that is not true. I have had nothing but women that have lifted me up in my years and years of entrepreneurship. And I think that's because I searched for them.
Yes. You know what's really interesting? I just was feeling like this, okay? So I'm not declaring right now, but I kind of told you something I have in mind of doing.
Yay.
So what's interesting about this thing that I want to do is my initial thought process when I thought about like declaring it or whatever, and I thought about the people who would be like, oh, who are you?
Yes.
And then I thought about the people that would be like, that is awesome, go for it. And it's the people that like aren't doing cool things in their lives or with the world that gave me that anxiety of like trying to explain to myself. And it's the people like you and other like women who are just like awesome and doing all this cool stuff that you respect, that I could have seen like, yeah, go for it. Of course you should do that.
Oh, my response was, and we're not going to share what it is today, but my response was, well, yeah,
Like,
of
obviously.
course. For me, it was so obvious that that was the next step for you. And that could also be part of what my gift is, that I can see these visions almost in a sense for women that reach out to me and say, hey, this is what I want to do. I've always dreamt about this, but I don't know how. And that vision, I go, I can completely see you doing that. And I'll never tell a woman that if I can't. But in all honesty, if there's something that you believe that you're meant to do, and I had a woman come up to me the other day, she goes, how do you know what you're supposed to do? I said, reach out to me, I'll help you figure that out.
Yeah.
There's a way to know, but trust me, you know it. It's just sometimes when it's right underneath our nose, we don't have the ability to recognize it. So when you keep telling people, oh wait, I want to do this, for them, they think it's second nature. For you, you're still second guessing yourself.
Right, and you have to have, like, I think that just two things, believing in yourself and the support system, go hand in hand, because you're not going to believe in yourself unless someone else is going to be like, yeah, or you know that someone else will say that.
Yes.
There's so many successful women that are, like, awesome, that I can see doing bigger things, but they don't believe in themselves.
Yes, and I think the main piece in all of that is it's so important to recognize that you don't have to know how. The how seems to be such a big piece of so many people's why I don't do it. Now, don't get me wrong, fear and resistance is a huge one. I encounter that a lot, and that is definitely why you don't feel like you're empowered. But when you look within yourself, one of my favorite things to share, one of my biggest secrets that I share with all my clients is,
I love it.
Look in your past. Where have you succeeded in anything? I don't care what it is, small, big. It could be being a mom. It could be having a child. It could be running a race. It could be anything, starting a business, working for someone, switching jobs, a relationship you have for 20 years, friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, doesn't matter. Look at the success that you've created within your life in the past, and then now revisit it. There's a reason why you're successful. What happens is when we are about to do something amazing and we don't feel empowered or believe in ourselves, we forget, because that is the biggest scary thing in the world, that we've been successful in so many different areas of our life. And a lot of times as women, we think it's so easy to be successful in that piece. So let's just take an example. For me, one of the easiest things I've done in my life is be a mom. You know, we're both single moms. I have 3 kids and Danielle has 2. The easiest thing in my life has been a mom. I've been a mom for 21 years. I don't realize it, and other people go, how do you
do it?
Yeah, how do you do it? How did you turn out with it? Whatever. So I just want you to revisit that and take the pieces of that success. What was it? I could probably break down into steps exactly how I've been such a successful mother. How, thank God, I have such amazing blessings, and they're out there changing the world and creating change. So,
but you didn't know all the steps getting started.
No.
It's hindsight.
I figured it out. And really watching other people that are successful in your eyes, and I do this because don't ever take anybody else's definition of success.
Right.
The definition of success is your way. And so when you look at your definition of success and what that looks to you, you can recreate that over and over again.
I love that so much. That's like, I remember like feeling, I had a belief in myself, even though I had no success under my belt, you know? So, but I also know a lot of women don't have that belief, or they feel stuck. Would you say, like, what would you say are the first steps, besides obviously hiring you as a coach?
Or someone else. It doesn't always have to be me.
Yeah.
I'm not a fit for everyone. For me, I just want every woman to find the support she needs, because my passion in life is to watch every woman believe in themselves enough to not think they can't have or do something they want.
So let's say there's like a young mom, or someone who's in an abusive relationship, or just someone in the career, you know, the job force, who wants to do bigger things. Where would they go to find women to empower them if they, like, if their family isn't?
Sure. So you need to decide, do you want to do it locally, or do you want to do it nationally? Do you want to do it globally? There's so many different ways today with technology. One of the best things about technology is that. So the first thing I would do is simple. Seriously, go into social media and start searching keywords. For me, it's women and entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So I just started looking for the groups that are going to embrace me and offer their support. So that's one of the easiest things. And then you can also look at meetups locally, groups, organizations like NABO or different ones like that everybody has in different states. So they're out there. You just have to search for them.
So I spoke recently at the Women of Change event, which was amazing. Thank you for having me.
Women of Global Change.
Women of Global Change.
It's okay.
Amazing organization, so you guys check that out. But it was funny, I walked away from that event and I just thought, like, there was a time years and years ago where I was going to all these events and I would think, like, oh my gosh, like, I could never be on a panel like that. And now it's like, sure, I'll be on the panel, you know, give me a microphone, whatever. And that transition happens, you don't even realize it. And so I want to make sure you guys know, if you are, you know, feeling like you need to go to these events and you need to work on yourself, that's all it takes. And one day you're going to be sitting there on the panel and you're going to be like, holy Bazzoli, I'm inspiring other people and I don't know how I even got here.
For me, the key words, even though I swear I'm not stealing it from Nike, is just do it.
Totally, yeah.
Say yes, go, even if you're scared, because I'm telling you, on the other side of fear is the most beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're a perfect example. I used to be scared to go to these events, and now I'm on the panel and people are coming to watch me.
And now you're running the whole thing and you're running the board and
We've
you're
all
the
been there.
president. Yeah. And another thing, I used to feel like, oh, these women might not accept me, but I feel like that stemmed from like other experiences with school and places like that. These women in these organizations, you guys, if you are like, oh, I don't know if I'm a good fit, if I'm good enough, these are the people that are going to accept you because they've been there too and they've crossed those hurdles. So you guys reach out to Galit, look wherever you are locally, find some women who are doing cool, amazing change in the world, and those are the people that you want to have as your support system.
Yeah.
How can our viewers connect with you or find you online? And can you tell us about the Global Women of Change?
Sure.
Women of Global Change.
So Women of Global Change, we have the most amazing founder. Her name's Shelly Hunt, and she's really about combining business with giving back to the community. So what I loved was this is a different kind of an event. I've been part of professional associations, part of philanthropic.
Mm-hmm.
We do both.
I love it.
So we network. Danielle was part of the most amazing business panel where we gave so much information. The women were literally, do you remember them, Danielle? They were like this. An hour went by, I had to shut it down, and no one wanted to leave. So check out Women of Global Change, and they have 7 or 8 chapters now in the United States. If they don't have one in your city, reach out to me. Maybe we'll get one in your city. But I brought it to Las Vegas because I love that we get to give back because we're blessed, as well as network and support women and uplift them. And then to get a hold of me, GalitVenturaRozen.com with a Z, or Galit Ventura-Rozen on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. So that's the best way to get a hold of me.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being on the show. And it was last minute, and I appreciate you dropping all the house chores and rushing down here. I mean, having all your stuff together and then coming here prepared.
All good.
You guys, make sure you reach out to her, check her out. And once again, thank you so much for being a viewer of this show, and I know if you made it this far, then you are definitely one who is also creating change in this world, so keep going. This has been another episode of Leading Las Vegas. I'm Danielle Ford, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.
If you loved this episode of Leading Las Vegas, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. You can also watch more episodes like this here or on leadinglasvegas.com.